in watching that tape and kind of think about how it applies to the Packers. Listener questions very quickly, rapid fire. Questions about Morgan and pass pro from college. Is that fixed? Is that fixed in the weight room, or is it technique? We're talking about him going bull rush and stuff. 99% of it is technique. He's a weight room warrior. I know that secondhand. The guy's a hard worker. If he gets the right technical coach, he's going to do a good job. It's going to take time. It's not easy. Retraining your feet, training your hands to work with your feet doesn't happen overnight. Be patient. How do players find an offseason coach? Word of mouth, agent, etc. Have I ever turned down a player looking for coaching? So the way that they find him now is your agent goes on this, finds a guy who has a lot of followers, puts him in there for the combine prep. They have a deal worked out. It's going to cost them X amount of dollars, right? If I send you 10 guys, maybe it's not 30 grand, it's 20 grand. Okay. They do that to eat the upfront cost. That's the combine stuff. So they'll go to these guys to look good, in combine stuff. Then, depending on how their seasons are going, they'll call a guy who's like maybe more of I would like to consider myself more as an individualized specialist than maybe some of these guys that you've heard a lot of. Or they'll call some other guys, and it's I don't advertise, it's word of mouth. I never want my players to have to answer for, hey, why are you working with this guy? Why are you working with that guy? It doesn't matter to me at all. What matters is that you play at an extremely high level, right? I don't care who gets the credit. The player should get all the credit. If the coach wants to take credit, it doesn't really bother me at all. As long as, obviously I am, I'm appreciated in the right manner from the guys that I work with. How's that? Have I ever turned down a guy? The answer is I've turned guys down, but not direct. I've never said to a guy like, I'm not working with you. What I will say is, and my rule is kind of simple. If you set an appointment, you don't show up, probably not going to work out. If you can't be respectful of time, not going to work out. If you don't act in a professional manner, don't have time for you. Okay, probably not your guy. Thoughts on the chop block? Is it dirty? Can be. If you're coming from behind, you blindside a guy at the knee. I think it's bullshit. If you're coming right at a guy, you want to throw on him. I think the same is for the DBs when the offensive lines are running at him. I think DBs should be able to take you out at the knees. I think it's ridiculous they can't. Somebody asked another question about lineman and arm length. Like, final word, please, guys. Like, it is. If you're T-Rex arms, yeah, it's a big deal. If you have average size arms, you're going to be okay. Technique overcomes all. You just have to figure out how it works with your body. It's not just your feet. It's not just your hands. It's how everything interacts, body position, everything, okay? Last thing, this kind of goes back to the offseason stuff. I am super interested in hearing about the new offseason weight program. They just got rid of Chris Gizzy and Mark Levant. Those guys are top guys in the league, okay? And this S&C staff's from San Fran. I think the guys from Cincinnati. Like, I'm sure there's some prior relationships with either the head coach or somebody in the building. The reason these guys got hired. Happy for them. I'm sure they're going to do a good job. Just interested to see, are they Olympic guys, kettlebell guys, movement guys? Are they going to work just, hip stability, shoulder stability, neck stability? What are they, right? And how does that interact with what guys are doing before and after in those different phases of the program? I think that's super interesting stuff. I want to see what kind of gains are being made on that side of the building. Does the head coach prioritize gains on that side of the building? And how much so? And is training camp going to change because of those guys as far as how they view acute versus chronic load and all that kind of? It's a very, very interesting kind of dynamic. It's a really, really important position in the building. So anyways, with that, hope that was helpful today, guys. Feel like I'm talking fast. Find me at Michael68 on X or Twitter. Process to Perform on Instagram. Hit our like button, smash it, subscribe it, rate, review, YouTube. Process to Perform. Bye.